morning, everyone, on this beautiful Monday morning. Today we are headed out to the property in Rainier, Oregon, and we're going to get started on prepping to do a concrete pad on the back patio where there was previously a wood deck that the homeowners weren't impressed with. So we're going to get everything prepped and ready to knock out a really killer concrete pad that's also going to include a radius at the front edge of it. So that's going to end up being pretty cool, something that we haven't done before, and we're excited and looking forward to getting going on it. So this is where we're going to be doing the patio. I'm going to do this in a curved deal. We're just trying to get the hot tub, and we got the stairs, some other shit out of the way, and we can start going to town. Man, what a busy day. Hey, look, it's Tony.
Hey, buddy. What's happening?
Not much. Just getting some windows trimmed out. Hell yeah.
Well, we hit a dilemma. The windows are out a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch on some, so I have to cut the nail fin because they framed up the fin on the inside, so the fin is stuck in between.
Yeah.
So I gotta cut the fin on the sides and the bottom, and then I can kick the bottom out to get it level, and then I'll screw it off through the frame.
Nice.
So it's like a block frame window in a sense.
Yeah.
And
Hell
then my trim boards will look all uniform and matched and not out of proportion like they currently are.
Yeah.
They look taller and then wider. So,
Yeah, and they're not cut straight.
yeah, like that one's a prime example.
Oh,
It
yeah.
goes from like 3 inch to 4 inch.
What in the goofiness? Hell yeah, dude. It's looking good, man.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Over there.
Getting some rock down.
Like always.
Oh yeah. Heck yeah. Yeah, so we're getting all this prepped over here for that concrete pad, trying to get everything leveled out and rock, and we'll compact it, and then we'll start setting up forms. Got a void to fill over in here. We're getting there. A little loud, but if you can hear me, as you can see, we got the gravel down. We're getting it nice and compacted. It's pretty on point for being level. The next step is we're gonna get forms set up, which we'll probably start on that tomorrow morning. We got a couple other little projects to do. We're gonna put a rubberized coating on the foundation, and then we also need to trim out the basement windows and get that dialed in. So I think next I'm gonna move up on the hill, and we got a bunch of dirt because we're getting the yard backfilled, trying to get this leveled out. And we got just a little bit more dirt to get. Try and get this level out, and then eventually we're going to be doing, we got a string line here, we're going to be running new fence panels from the back corner behind that gazebo all the way to that pole, and then we'll have another pole post over here, so we'll have panels, and then we'll wrap around the whole front yard, so the whole yard will be completely fenced in at that point. Hey everyone, back out here, new day. Well, we got the pad all prepped. We had electrician come out. We got our tie-in for the hot tub. So we got that little trench dug for that. The hot tub is gonna land over here, and I think they're gonna do a little stub out with a GFI plug. And then we're gonna be working on this morning. We're gonna run a chalk line on the bottom of the foundation here, just below the window seal. and we're gonna cut a board, like a 1/2-inch plywood. We'll get it painted, and then we're gonna mount it to the foundation, and that'll be our guide for when we do our concrete, so we can have a shimmy board to level out the concrete as we pour. And then we'll also be painting the back side of the wood before we install it, and then we're going to paint the whole foundation with this rubberized coating that we used last week for sealing up the foundation. So that'll be another part of what we got going on, but that's what we got. As you can see, we got our little 1/2-inch board that we ripped down to I think 3 inches, and then we put some of that rubberized coating on the back here, so that way when we go up against the concrete, this is sealed. And then once these are all installed, then we'll do it along the whole foundation, and then we're just getting everything laid out to start doing our forms. We got our stub out for power for the hot tub, and pretty soon here we'll have this all formed up and ready to go. So the next little project I'm gonna work on here is, the yard is really low, and I think I talked about this prior about backfilling this whole area, and we're gonna do a new fence that's gonna extend all the way out here to that post there, come all the way to the front of the yard. But I got probably another load to dump there, and at least 6 to 8 more of this dump trailer load of dirt to get in here, and then we'll come through with the tiller attachment on the tractor, fluff this out, and then I'll blade it out and get it smoothed out, so that way we can get some grass seed on here and get this yard looking nice again. Jab the forks in the ground a little bit so this thing don't roll down the hill once I start getting it loaded up. Yeah, we're just gonna keep taking some of this nice, fine, rich soil here. That'll be great for the front yard. I'm trying to get some. Ooh, look, we got a little wormy boy. Yummy. Yummy, yummy worms. Oh, look at this steel worm just hiding in the dirt here. Add that to the collection of other junk I find. But yeah, we'll look at you guys set up on a little time-lapsey. Watch me go to town. All right, we made some pretty good progress. We've got our little quarter-inch, 1/2-inch board that we ripped down to 3-inch. Got it all laid out, screwed into the concrete, and we put some rubberized foundation coating on the back of the wood, so that way when it's sandwiched up against the concrete, it's not gonna get absorbed by any moisture. And then obviously when we do our concrete pad, the concrete will come up to that board. But before we even get that far, the next step here is there's some cracks and some little patchwork that we need to do in the foundation. So I'm going to do that here next. And then after that is set up, we have some primer sealer concrete paint that we're going to paint this whole thing. And then after that's set up and dried, we'll come back over with that rubberized foundation coating and get this whole thing looking good, just like we did on the other side over here. when we dug up the whole basement foundation, just to get everything sealed up tight and looking good. And then once we got all that done, we're going to be working on setting up our forms for the pad, and we should be wrapped up with everything and ready for concrete in the next couple days. So we're just gonna keep chugging away. Heck yeah, we got this radius form going on here. This guy fucking kicking butt. Just got that one little gap there. But yeah, we got the foundation all painted up. Anthony got these all formed up yesterday in this area, and this morning he started over there, and now we're working on getting this radius. Got a little backfill to do in some spots that are low, like over in here and here, but we're pretty dang close overall. And like the worst spot is down here. You can see the air gap, so I have a couple loads of rock to throw in here to get that up. But yeah, it's looking good. Well, it's pour day, and we about got the forms prepped. Anthony's setting the blocks for our grates over there, because that's where the hot tub's gonna go. And we also dug a footer around the perimeter. Kind of tell. Little trenchy guy. Just add a little extra. Everything's taped off, forms are set. Anthony and I killed it on the radius yesterday. Hell yeah, buddy. But yeah. That's a cool shot. Fucking sun in the background. Oh yeah. But yeah.
We even got a little riding session in yesterday.
Hell yeah. Yeah, ripping up the hill. But yeah, pretty soon here, I have a truck. We'll start pouring. Well, we got this section done. We poured it a little wet because we can't drive the trucks in the yard over here because the septic and stuff is over there, so we can only park the trucks here. So we did it a little wet and then drug all the concrete to this end, and we started screeting it this way. We got to here, but it's so wet we can't bull float it yet or anything. We're waiting for things to set up a little bit, and then we're gonna come over, yank this board out, and then we're gonna start backfilling in here the concrete. And then we did some mesh just to kind of help hold the radius together nice. But it's coming out good. Hasn't been too much work or too hard of work. And we're done. We ended up coming a little short with our trucks, so we had to mix like 8 bags of 50-pound to finish out like a small little portion over here, but we are all done. What a long day. All right, welcome back everyone. We're back out here today getting ready. I just pulled the concrete chunks out of the way and we're gonna start pulling off our form boards. But this came out really nice. Anthony got a little staircase there built with a landing. He's gonna be out here tomorrow and start doing a hand railing, but we just gotta get all this kind of pulled away so we can yank the forms. This side's not gonna be so bad. Really not much over here.